Why, hello and welcome back to another video. We've got a special doozy one for you. As you've seen the title, an extremely rare NES game. Now, full disclaimer, we don't have the game, but we do have is everything else pertaining it. What do I mean by that? I mean we have the box, we have the manual, we have the inserts, we have everything but the game. Where we got this from, the person said that they don't know where the game is, they are not sure about it, they spent hours looking for it, couldn't find it, and I was like, if you ever find the game, and he goes, I'm not too sure, because I know, because he had a lot of other common NES boxes, and I think what his thing was probably like, as a kid, they opened it up, and they separated, and then somehow those boxes got moved in when they moved or something, or as time went, and then the other stuff was like in mistake, I don't know. He's like, there was something that went on why he has some empty boxes. Now obviously those other NES boxes I didn't take because they were in very rough condition, but I took this. And what am I talking about? Before we showcase this, anybody know about the international releases of NES games like PAL region, the Korean releases, the Hong Kong, the Asian English? Well, let me give you the rarity here. We have North American, which is not the rarest, but it's much more better. Not this game, just, we're talking about just a generalized NES release for all NES games that were released within those regions. You go PAL, which is the most common, because in the PAL region, a lot of people didn't purchase, and they overproduced in the PAL region. And in some PAL regions, it was Sega dominant. Very, very Sega dominant. Like if you look at South America, very, very heavy Sega dominant. You look at certain parts of Europe, very Sega dominant, because Sega was cheaper than Nintendo. Okay, so that's why there's a lot more PAL versions, and also with licensing with PAL was a little more different than North American. So more of it released. Like for example, stadium events. A loose cart is worth 25-30,000 Canadian. Because I'm going to say Canadian because for my Americans out there, you're going to sit there and be like, what the hell? Okay. The PAL version is worth $800-900, $1,000, right? Because it's just that thing. Anyways, then you have North American. Then you go with Asian English. Then you have Hong Kong, and then you have the rarest, which is Korean. And we're not talking Japanese, because Japanese, obviously Japanese, it's like, when you look at it against PAL, the same PAL game that's worth $50, Japanese, you couldn't even give it away for a penny. Just saying. So the Japanese releases are on its own category, because it's an own thing. So, we have here a Hong Kong release of the second rarest Hong Kong release game ever, and that is Pinball. Now, this is just a box and manual. I was doing research upon research upon research. I came across two different forums. One of them was a collector. The other one was somebody who literally said he spent a few years documenting this, and come up to find out that this was the second rarest in the Hong Kong releases. And from researchers that I've talked to, some people that I know within the import groups, like there's a group that I follow on Facebook that's Japanese related. Some of them do like the Hong Kong or the Asian English releases as well. I talked to them and they were like, only sold in sporting goods stores. Not even toy stores or electronic stores. Sporting goods stores, this game. Specifically, only there. And the problem with that is, nobody's walking into a sporting goods store for a pinball NES game. Right? And then when I talk to a couple other friends that sell video games and a dealer who actually owns a store, they mentioned that they've never seen one in their life, ever. Never, 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 ever. And one collector and the reason why I haven't put this out, I've had this for a little bit, I just haven't put this out yet, because I was trying to get the research out before I completely put it out there, because obviously the price was too good to say no. Bought it, needed the information. So anyhow, at one of the people that I make connection with through the convention, who usually oddball rarities, I messaged him up and he goes, yeah, this is one, I am actually collecting these, but these Hong Kong games, but right now it's way too expensive that I'm out of my touch. Because he goes, I bought these years ago when I used to see them in pawn shops, video game stores within Chinatown or Little Tokyo or Japantown and all J-towns and these little, Asian centric areas for like 20-30 bucks. But he goes, there's 3 games I haven't got yet, and these are the 3 and haven't found. And he goes, he's been collecting those since 2010. And he goes, now it's way too out of his range. And I've been told just the box and manual can go for over $600. Just the box and manual. Now, if I had the game, I could easily get close to $1,000 just for this. It's pinball. Freaking, look at it. Pinball. North American version of pinball. Loose. $10. Because it's a black box. Black box games always worth $10. And then boxed, depending on print 1, print 2, because obviously with black box games, you can they're not like, obviously, it's not like looking at, like, say, a Super Mario Bros. 3 doesn't make a difference, right? We're talking, like, noticeable print 1, print 2. There's differences on black box. You can get that on North American between $50 and $80, right? The PAL version, like, $5 loose, $20 in the box. Japanese version in the box, $5, if that. But the Hong Kong version, a lot more. And by the way, there was no Asian English release of this, so the only version that was released in China was this, and there was no Korean version either. So yeah, this is one rare rarity. And what's even cooler is that they've got the price tag in the back. If you see, look at that. And by the way, that's in Hong Kong dollars, by the way. So, yeah, if anybody who loves rare and oddball stuff, this one is really good one for you, for your collection. Because people will talk. Because when I told it, I've got talks amongst the community about it. I even had people go, I don't know, I'll do some research for you, I'll ask around. People were like going apeshit over what the hell is this and why is it so rare. And also, I did find a loose cart that was in Italy. The guy was asking, I think was it 30 or 40 euros. After converting, it was like close to 60 Canadian. And then with the shipping, he was asking 40 shipping, and then the import fees was another 40. And it said it would take up to 4 months to ship. I was like, is it really worth it? Because the price I paid on this. Then when I actually found it. Then when I talked to a buddy of mine, he took a look at it and he goes, that's not a real card, that's fake. He found out that it's fake. Because first there was some marking on it that he found that was a that was a reproduction. And I was like, could it be that the Hong Kong versions are different? He goes, no. Because he goes, I've seen Mario Brothers Hong Kong version countless times over. That's the most common Hong Kong one. And he goes, the cart, way off. It looks off. The back looks off. So, I didn't buy it. But at that price, I was tempted, and I could have waited for him up to 4 months, complete this, and then I've got about $1,000. But thanks to my buddy who told me it was a fake, I almost made a big mistake buying that and spending nearly over $100 on a fake reproduction. But anyways, yeah, and then I tried looking around, searching. I've asked people. I even hit up some people who live in Japan that have connections within Hong Kong, China, Korea areas, because that's usually where the Hong Kong games are more commonly found. I got no response, because I'm in a few groups where some people are from Japan. No response. I even hit up people who specifically collect Japanese, Taiwanese, Korean, Chinese, like these, the Asian releases, specifically only those. Nothing. So it's a really, really rare item. Now, if you're looking for it, I definitely, the rarity scale, I would put this up there on the rarity scale of, I would say the rarity scale would be up there with Surprise at Dinosaur Peak as far as complete in box goes. Would it be right there with stadium events? Could be, because it's that rare. Like, obviously the Korean games are tenfold more rare than this, but there's less collectors of the Korean versions than the Hong Kong versions. So that's another tip. If you find like, oh, but the Korean game, there's less. Anyways, but yeah. So again, to reiterate, this game was in Hong Kong, only released through sporting goods stores, and not every sporting goods store. There was 2 sporting good chains in Hong Kong that actually sold these, and well, they never actually put it out for people to see. It was just like, if you know about it, you go and ask. That's what made pinball stupidly rare, because all the other ones, like Duck Hunt, Mario, Excite Bike, Ice Climber, like the generic black box stuff. Like, this is a black box game in North American and PAL region, don't get me wrong, but I mean the other, those were like in video game stores, those were in electronic stores, those were in those types of stores, like department stores. This one, for some reason, the two sporting good chain stores happen to be like, we want exclusivity to pinball. So, yeah. Box, it's worth crazy money, and if you are one of them collectors, this is not an item that I even post anywhere for sale, because I did it once on Marketplace Kijiji. I had people go 0, 0, 0, 0, and then when one person hits me up, they go, "You're crazy, you're stupid, I could get pinball for that," but because they don't know, right? I don't deal with eBay anymore after all the scams. I'll do another video another time if you guys want on eBay scams and why a lot of video game dealers no longer sell on eBay, like myself. So what I do is saving this for conventions, because that's where you're gonna find stuff like this. You're gonna find that serious collector guy that wants it and will pay for it. Now, is it gonna be your first convention, second, third, fourth? It'll take you maybe like 4 or 5 conventions of showing this off before you find that somebody, obviously. But if you are interested in it, actually, you could hit me up, actually, and I can sell it right now if you're interested and you know what it is. But just be advised, this is in the 600 range price, and there is no wiggle room. And as far as trades, I wouldn't accept trades unless I get a stupid rare game. Nah, because in trade wise, I'll be bluntly honest. If you're interested, cash, and if you really want to trade, it's got to be rare. Like, it could be a $5,000 game, but this game is much more rare than that. I'm looking at the rarity of it more than so. Anyhow, again, if you're interested, hit me up. If not, at least here's a good little rare game to know about, the Hong Kong version of pinball. I've got a bunch of other rare stuff in the past, not as rare as this, but rarity stuff, so it's not like... But this is the first rare item that I've actually gotten that stumped me, I'm saying. And anyhow, if you like these videos, if you want me to actually show off more rare stuff and talk about them, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell button to be notified when we upload new videos. And also, if you guys actually want me to do like sale posts, like actually post them up for on here for sale, let me know. I'll definitely do it, as long as you're not a bot, you're legit, and everything goes smoothly. I'll sell on here if you guys want. Then, and again, as the store update goes, in the last video that I mentioned, still looking in specific areas. Nothing has come up yet. I'll keep you posted on that. And again, Japanese games, if you have, we're buying. Please let me know. Message me. Comments below. Message me on the Facebook group, on the Retromania Facebook page. Let me know on the Instagrams, whatever. If you got any Japanese games, we're looking for loads of them. We're buying collections out. Anyways, remember, as always, enjoy life. Keep on collecting, and we'll see y'all for another video.